ZARA is in hot water for a skirt that they made that many say resembles Pepe the Frog. Now, the alt-right has since appropriated Pepe the Frog to represent white supremacy and their movement. So when many people saw this skirt, let's first look at the two images. So let's look at the skirt. Okay, so here's the skirt. We have two frogs that was designed by an artist. I'll give you the information about the artist. And then let's look at Pepe the Frog, and there's Pepe the Frog, all right? Now, as soon as that skirt was released, let me read some of the outrage on just Twitter for one, but of course it was on Facebook, it was on Instagram, people sharing the photos. We have from Megan, she says, ZARA is really out there trying to sell a Pepe the Frog skirt, apparently unaware this is bad. Then we have from Michael Dreyfus, perhaps ZARA is challenging the alt-right to be inclusive of green and black frogs. And then we have from Griffin, you do realize that Pepe the Frog was deemed a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League, just letting you know. And so you do have some people saying that this doesn't necessarily look like Pepe the Frog, but more so looks like the character from SpongeBob SquarePants. So some people are saying this
Who was in the Klan?
This looks more like Old Man Jenkins. They're saying that looks more like Old Man Jenkins. But anyways, let's discuss thoughts, 5 words or less.
Fortunately, I don't wear skirts.
Stick it up your tadpole.
This appropriation is inappropriate.
Too close to call.
God, Sam, you're on it today.
I'm on it today. Let me read you what ZARA had to say. So ZARA told The Guardian, they did release a statement, quote, the skirt is part of the limited oil-on-denim collection, which was created through collaborations with artists and is only available in selected markets. The designer of the skirt is Mario de Santiago, known online as Yimmy is Great. Mario explores social interactions through his work, and in his own words, he says, the idea came from a wall painting I drew with friends 4 years ago. There's absolutely no link to the suggested theme. In fact, there's video of that, of his drawings from 4 years ago. So he's saying that he developed this way before, because it was just in like the last year and a half that the alt-right has somehow like appropriated that meme. And ZARA has pulled it from shelves. They want to be safe and they've pulled it from shelves.
And also, Pepe the Frog has been in existence since 2005 from some sort of an online comic book thing called Boys Club. So yeah, in the past year we have come to know it as a symbol of the alt-right, but I know plenty of other YouTubers or social media influencers who will mess around with memes. I mean, he's more, Pepe the Frog is a meme more than he is like a symbol of the alt-right. He's also a cartoon frog that I actually think is probably loosely based off of, and I really just want to know if anyone in the comments knows this book, Frog and Toad, the 1970s children's series. No? Okay, moving on. In any case, in any case, I just think that this is like, it's wrong if ZARA is stealing another artist's work and making it their own, saying it's their own design.
But they're not, they're using,
right. But it doesn't seem as though that is the case, given that he has evidence of his drawings from years prior. And I also just don't think that, Pepe the Frog has become synonymous with the alt-right, but also not necessarily.
And that original artist, he did release a statement, who was a Hillary supporter, the original artist, not the artist from the skirt, but the Pepe, the Frog artist is saying this is like he's actually fighting it with the defamation, the Anti-Defamation League. He's trying to reclaim his artwork. He says the worst thing, in so many words, he said, the worst thing that an artist could have is have like, in his mind, the alt-right appropriating his work because he's against all that. So everyone should know that too.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time that ZARA has taken art from someone, right?
Yeah, Tuesday Hasan sued them last year. She's a friend of mine.
Oh, no way, we covered that story.
We did cover that.
We covered it, yeah. And they tried to make it right by end up paying.
I don't know this, I'm not a lawyer. I'm barely even a comic. They tried to make it right, I guess, but I think it is also sort of a symbol of like what's wrong with these gigantic corporations where they're just gobbling things up and no one's checking things, like whether or not this guy did this mural 4 years ago. That looks like Pepe the Frog to me, and it's like as a stand-up comedian, like whether or not I came up with a joke, that if I'm like, oh, like what if I go on stage and sing the Mighty Mouse song? I totally thought of that originally, and then someone's like, that's someone else's bit. I have to be like, oh, that's someone else's bit. I shouldn't do that. So it doesn't matter whether or not, ignorance is not, an excuse in this situation.
That's a good point.
And also, this is not the first time ZARA did this thing like a few years ago with the crazy sweater shirt Auschwitz thing, where it's like it's not the first time that they've been slightly culturally insensitive, And
they overlook it. They're not.
It's because it's giant, and they're just like.
They're just pumping it out.
They kind of are the ones who create cheap clothes and then they fall apart, and then to get you to buy more, they create, it's not just like winter, spring, summer, fall, it's like beginning of winter, a month into winter. They are always changing their season
They pump
to
it
give
out,
you more,
pump it
and
down.
that's why they just chuck things out.
Yeah.
They want to be kind of edgy, and this is what happens.
The skirt looks like it was designed by a Twitter bot.
Can we look
honestly.
at can we
Like,
look
it
at the
looks
skirt
like
again? I want to see.
It's like, oh, it's a bunch of memes on an
It
like.
also feels like a reaction to what we're seeing, which is like you want to dress sort of 90s chic and kind of messy, like rips are really in, and also kids like memes. Let's throw some memes on there without actually being very thoughtful about how they want to approach incorporating memes for kids to buy the clothes.
It's pseudo edgy on purpose fashion. Like I just don't dig it. Like like go and get.
Fortunately, and I really should never ever be considered a fashion expert, but I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't think a lot of people would have bought and been proud to have worn these skirts, even if they did remain on the shelves.
I doubt that.
You think people would have bought them?
I'm not. I wouldn't wear it, but I could see people wearing that with like a white little T-shirt.
Who are these people that you know?
Who are
these people?
I don't know if I know them, but I could see people based on what I see in the magazines
if I close my eyes, I can visualize people and aliens and whoever and elephants wearing it too. But if I actually think of a meaningful person, I can't think of anyone I know that would.
There's
wear
a lot
this.
of clothes out there right now with like these like patchwork and holes.
Yeah,
and
rips are very popular.
So
right now.
I mean, you said it. You just
What if you
caught
get-
Honestly, no, you're right. I should not ever share an
What if you have an
opinion on
alt-right music festival to go to? You know what I mean? Like, what if you have like a racist music festival and you gotta figure out something to wear,
Ted-
something cute,
Ted
Ted
Nugent's in
Nugent,
town. What am I gonna
Screwdriver,
wear?
yeah, like the two racist bands that I know.
Ted Nugent, and that's about it.
Yeah.
White Beyonce.
Wait,
Yeah.
isn't
I
that
thought you were
Adele?
going to say something else.
I just made that up. No, I was just thinking, just like the going to a concert or a music festival. My girlfriend showed me this Victoria's Secret bra that's just for music festivals. It's just like a bralette with fringe, and that's what you wear as a top. And they're like marketing it just to people going to Coachella.
Yeah. It's a big market.
All it's for.
Coachella's become like this a place for people to show off their fashion.
Yeah.
So I could see why Victoria's Secret, whether you like that or not, but
like
Victoria's Secret's capitalizing on it.
If Burning Man was near a freeway, it would be Coachella. That's what it is. Yeah, Burning Man Light, a star. It's like a gateway festival.
Yeah.
Wait, have you gone to Burning Man?
No, I'm terrified.
Have you gone to Burning Man?
No, I've never gone to Burning Man.
No, I wish I could have. Now I feel
Road
like
trip.
it's too late.
Pop Trigger road trip, everybody. We're all going to be at Burning Man.
Grace, have you?
No, I haven't. But if Victoria's Secret starts making some trendy, tight sports bras, I am there.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
They have some. Yeah, they have a lot of them that are.
They
just,
do.
that
They have ones. They
just
made like
black,
yoga
white,
pants. My
yeah.
girlfriend tried on, but like it's got this decal on it. So when you take it off, it just
the sports
says.
bra?
It's but like sportswear,
Okay.
and they have a.
They
it's
do have-
VSX
they have a lot
is
of,
their
like-
little subline, and then when she took it off, it just says like the letters down your leg.
They have
It's
a lot of like
really
cool unisex ones too.
I think
I
H&M
think you
has
would
some
like
cute
it.
like sports
Okay.
bra type things.
Yeah.
Well, now
yeah, like
I
this
have
one.
to go.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go shopping with us, you can.
Yeah.
We'll
Let's
take
go
you
bra
out.
shopping right now.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
into-
let's
let's
go.
Tell you who's gonna
I'm
buy
into-
fashionable clothes? I have no fucking clue.
All
have a
my
lot of
bras
clues.
now are nursing bras. Isn't that funny?
Oh,
So they
there
can
is.
even though
open
I'm
up.
even though I'm not nursing yet, but because I had to buy new bras anyways, they're all nursing
You can
bras.
just pop
so
a
I
boob
can
out.
undo this little latch and it goes boop.
Yeah.
But I'm still held up and then boop. Yeah.
You think you'll keep wearing them afterwards? Like you'll just be like, this is actually kind of nice. Like you come
air 'em
home,
out,
like it's
free
like
the nip.
That's right.
just
yeah.
the open,
Just let the girls out, you
let
know?
them hang out. Oh,
Yeah, and
get
there's
some-
nursing clothes too, which is so cool, where you can just unzip,
Yeah.
or you just flip up. I love it.
I didn't
It's
know
so
they
convenient.
existed
That is
until I was at
amazing.
lunch with my friend who had a baby, and she was just like, pow! And when it first happened, I was like, oh, it's breaking. Oh, it's designed that way.
It's brilliant. It's
Interesting.
brilliant.
You just
All right,
cover
we
it
went
up
a
with a
little
babe.
off topic, but please let us know what you have to think. All right, let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.